How about this one? This back. Let's see. Yo, what's up, JD? Nice. Mexican. Making sure chat bot works. Oh, yeah. Let's see. There we go. I think that was the command, but why? Check. Settings. Timers. Disable this guy. Oh, by how? That's right. That's what it is. All right. All right, let's get back to it. Go back to warming up. Well, we see the last 5 miles, just over 8K, and see what's going to happen. All right, there we go. A little over 15 minutes before the race starts. First official 10 race, which will be in the main part of France. Yo, what's up, fellas? Definitely planning on giving them hell as best I can. I had a couple bad races the last few days and kind of use my terrain thing isn't working, it looks like. Let's see if it ends up fixing itself. Yeah, I had a couple bad races. So kind of changed strategies ever so slightly just to stay competitive, but back in the 510 to 700 because Eric Schlegel from Zwift Insider is maniacal. And so today we're going through 4 different courses in France. The first 2 are basically the same course, forward and backwards, but we're going through the intestines. And so the first round, I'm gonna use the DT65s to see if that helps. If that doesn't help, then the second round, I'm gonna use the discs. I've had good luck with both. I feel like they both work well, but we'll see. And so I've got the new lightning socks finally, though I don't know if I'm truly a fan, because while it is cool to see my wheel light up and shoot out sparks, I would rather see flames. And so we'll see how it goes today. I might swap to the fire socks for the last stage. The last stage on today is the Champs. And so we should be going in this direction and should be finishing where the banner is at. And so hopefully, if I've got enough left, I want to be competitive for that sprint. And so on that stage, I will definitely be on the disc wheels. And then we're also going up Ven 10, at least I think 3 kilometers of the climb, which is a little over 100 meters of elevation gain. So nothing dramatic, but it is just hard enough to really break the legs, especially after the week that I've had. On Thursday, I rode with DW9 again, and the team that Brian put together was truly an A-powered squad. We got 3rd place overall. One of the guys that was in the team rides for Eat Dirt 2, which is the WTRL TTP championship team. And so he raced that in the morning and then raced with us in the evening. Probably did a few others in between because he's that strong. And so he pushed the pace in a way where every time he got on the front, I would get dropped, because we were averaging 34 kilometers an hour, but it felt like every time he got on the front, he would push it up to like 46, 47, which is good because the more speed we get, the more momentum we pull. But because he came right after me, I was easing back and he would pull away. And so I had to work a lot harder. So for this week's racing update, I'm gonna focus on that specific race because I think it was a good example of how a really great race can be really bad. We performed badly. And so we still did well overall, but I killed myself, which then affected my race the next day. And so we'll see if that trickles into today. We got just over 10 minutes left. Hey, there we go. Sauce fixed itself. And so I'll be jumping into the pen here soon. Just to keep the legs going and see how crazy this pen is. I don't think we're doing mass start this week. I think we're back to the staggered, which is fine. I do like the mass start though. And so I think it's worth petitioning for that because it pushes, while I understand the trepidation of scenarios where you can't really tell how far up you are. The Zwift doesn't really provide a good way to gauge what place you're in, because you'll end up in 50th place for me, and it'll essentially be top 10, let's say, in my category. How did you get demoted to C, you slacker? You were slacking. Join me in A-Pen. Yeah, right. Dude, that, like, I'm already going to struggle in the 510 to 700. How my legs felt yesterday, it was the first time in a really long time in a ladder race with equally strong competitors. So we raced TFC Mercs, and boy, oh boy, did they make us work for it. Yo, what's up, JD? And so 10 minutes, not even, into the race, my legs were so sore that I was struggling to keep up. I made it one full lap, and on the second lap, I started getting distance, and I was trying to surge and kind of like, I'd sprint, or not quite sprint, but like I'd push hard and then get within a couple seconds, and my legs just couldn't. And so I'd ease up for a bit, push hard again. And so it was painful. Of course you did an ITT, because I feel like that's what you do for breakfast. You wake up, you roll out of bed, brush your teeth, use the bathroom, and onto the ITT you go. Well, I will say that will probably really help my 20-minute power. No, JD, because I want to continue racing with you. So I'm more likely to get demoted today, depending on how I feel. And so I'm planning on doing a video on this. I just a lot of these projects around the house keep interrupting my editing time. And so I wanted to talk about essentially the last 6 months of cycling have been, if you look at my e-velo, or V-Elo, yeah. It's since February, March timeframe, it's been on an upward projection until this last couple weeks. And part of it is, like, my physical abilities have gotten stronger. And then I got to a point where now I'm racing with people way stronger than me. And so it's leveling out. And I'm in a place where I want to obviously see myself continue to increase my performance, but also I want to race with the guys I'm used to racing. Because racing with JD and Darren and Mike and all them last week, Monday, was fantastic. I did some stupid things, and I should have recognized that I was out front on the final sprint, so I should have pushed harder to really help drag them and lead them out. But I quit too early on that because I didn't think I was in front of them. But if we can race again, then I won't make that mistake. All right, let me get into the pen and double check, because my gears, my virtual gears, these last couple races. So on Monday, my virtual gears lost essentially all power. So I could change gears, but I didn't have any resistance. on yesterday, it was when I got into the pen. I didn't have any power, so I was kind of upset about that. Which, by the way, for those who want to have fun with the whole betting bot, obviously it's for points, for bacon bits, as I call them. It is for my highest result in any of the 4 races. And so, whatever you feel I will do. And I will say in the past, I have gotten the top 10 in this category, but that is the best I've done. And so, top 10 might be a good bet, or go vegan might be a great bet. We'll see how today goes. Again, I've had a couple bad days of racing, and my legs are hurting, like super hurting. So, still checking stuff. Got 3 minutes left. A lot of discs, man. I'm on the NB. And so I always, anytime I see the heavier wheels in these types of races, I always suspect that these are stronger riders who can manage the wheels. Now, I have, in my own experience, felt like the disc wheels will let you get a little bit more speed going down the hill. And so when you come up the hill, you carry over that speed and you actually get higher onto the hill without having to put a lot of power out. And so again, the first two rounds of this are basically on the same loop, going forward and backwards. So if I feel like this first round doesn't go well, or I feel like I'm working harder than I need to, then I'm going to switch to the discs on the second round. And then round 3 is going up Ven 10, which is going to be absolutely brutal. And I'm not looking forward to that, but it'll give me an opportunity to get my ethos out, dust it off, and get some extra meters of elevation on it. And then, oh, Vinga goes pushing. We're on the last 3.2 kilometers of the stage, going up an absolutely insane climb. The profile today looks like a shark tooth. Like it is insane. And so Vinga goes pushing. Pogačar is on his wheel, and Primož Roglič is not far behind him. Like he's holding on pretty steady. Obviously, his fight is more with Lipovitz, which is his own teammate, but Lipovitz is, doing excellent on this race. Remco, I don't know if he's still in the race. He was struggling earlier, which is unfortunate. Absolutely unfortunate. Yeah, 55 seconds left. Oh, nice. You're almost amethyst. Perfect. Nice, top 10. Like I said, that's probably the safest bet today. And 128. We got 20 seconds left. Whew, here we go. To make it feel like I'm racing against the big boys here. All right, so I still have resistance, which is good. Already 2 off the front. Let's see if that gap gets bridged. It looks like they gave up chase a bit. Oh. You don't want to go off the front though. Ain't feeling that good. That's got to be Deort vegan. Hey, we got Darren in the mix. Always fun to see fellow dirt riders. Any of the usuals. And 2.5 kilometers left. 2.3. And Aaronsman has less than 500 meters left for stage one. which is good for Ineos or Arkea, whichever team he's on. And oh, almost there. Flame socks. Everybody's slowing down. Anticipating the sprint. Thanks. I'm trying, man. Hopefully we didn't lose too much rest time on this stage. And Poggy and Binga go on the sprint finish. Ah, damn it, man. Went way too late. Good job, Darren. Just over 5 minutes. I should have been closer up with that front pack before that split. Knowing that hill doesn't slow people down. All right. Let's try the disc. Let's shut this off. Thanks, man. Yeah, I did good. In terms of, I felt good. Felt better than I did yesterday for sure. Although the first couple minutes my legs were like, we're doing this again. And so, but now that we have that first initial wave out of the way, let's see how we do. Now I do have way more carbohydrates than I normally race with. on board, not only in my drink, but I had 2 tablespoons of honey just prior. As part of the performance issue I was having, was my glucose was dropping into the 60s while I was racing. And even though health-wise, that's not going to affect me as much as it would someone with more serious health issues, trying to go super hard and have low blood sugar, not a good combination. And so I did my thing with ChatGPT, got a better plan. Again, that's part of the videos that I want to put out, because if you're not using AI to improve your performance, I understand Trainer Road has their AI technology and whatnot, but I'm very much a fan of not having so many subscriptions to things to get complete data. And so you can use ChatGPT to kind of figure out a better plan of action. That's kind of what I did between last night and today. Of course your GRS is going up. Probably the strongest one in the group right now for the ACAT. And so it's let's see if its plan works today. Yeah, I just think like I understand companies got to make money. And so I'm not against that. What I'm against is, if I'm not going to use the data, why am I paying for it? And if I can build something tailored to me, then why not do that? And so using ChatGPT to kind of input what my goals are, my macros, kind of all that, and then figuring out if, basically putting it to the test today, if it works. And so far I feel good. We'll see if it stays that way, especially after the next round. This round's basically the same. Now heart rate's down, so that's good. Under 130. Which the last tiny races I did, I was hovering in the 130s in between stages. All right, under a minute. If you didn't watch the finish of today's stage, it was awesome. I'm not gonna spoil it completely. I know I mentioned a little bit of it, but I'm not gonna spoil it completely. Definitely watch it after this. If you're here and you're not subscribed, not looking at any of the numbers or anything, but if you're here and you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see me go through pain and torture and race. And hopefully, I'm able to get a strong sprint finish on one of these stages. Well, either this stage or the last stage. The stage 3, it's a survive stage. All right, 10 seconds. I'm going out first, there's an issue. You gotta threaten us with a petite K1 in the graphics. Looks like Sauce gave up. more shapy. That's what I thought. Which one I'm starting to trying to stay close. It's a good thing I switched to this. If we don't have the intestines in this round. I think this is the direction I'm used to coming up on this sprint. So we'll see if I can execute it better. Hey, Jesus. Ah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Thanks, man. Oh, my. All right. Now, here's the debate. Ethos is at 4, but my SLA's at 4. I've got some arrow on Ethos, but I don't know that I have enough to beat my SL8. Heads up. On my lightweight. So, you guys let me know. Round 4 is up, and away. Or round 3, sorry. Oh my God. As you can see by the profile, we're going straight up with very little in between. SLA with light, I'll do that. No, wrong. My SLA's fully upgraded, so in theory should have the advantage. I can't believe for the Ethos, the very first unlock is arrow. It's kind of annoying that they did that. All right. 3.1K. I'm gonna take my mic off for a second. So I can go relieve myself real quick. Now we'll be back. More pain, less than 2 minutes. Back. Minute and a half. Whew. This is usually the stage where I start to peak in terms of my performance because everybody else is slowing down. As you can saw the last stage, nobody really wanted to push hard, including myself. A lot of times that's anticipation of the next stage and trying to make it through the entire series. But especially on a series like this, where we have event 10 as the climb. All right. And change. Here's some music. Nice. Now, is that to drop your score? Or the ITTs get into your legs? 30 seconds left. All right. Let's see. 15 seconds. Ooh. All right. Here we go. Went up again. Are you serious? That's funny. You just can't lose, Steph. Why, people? Why? Oh my God. Oh, oh my God. Oh, terrible. Why, Eric? Why? Oh my God. Last one. Last one. Oh. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, last one. Oh man. Let's see. Now we get to see who the best of the best sprinters are. On the iconic jumps. Come on. I hate my trainer doing that. It comes to a complete halt until you like force it through, and then it normalizes. All right. The key, if we are finishing where I think we're finishing, which is we come out, we make a right, we go down the express, hang a left under the tunnel, come back up. And from the tunnel, it's about 1.5 kilometers to the final, to the finish. And so goal is start sprinting, which most people start sprinting before you hit that turn. So you make that left and then the right to go the straightaway. Most people start sprinting there. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we wait until at least there. And that's where I'm gonna give it my all. Because from there it's basically downhill finish. But we'll see. Because, well, I read the description. Not been 100% accurate till now. So we'll see. All right. All right. Got the good classic rock coming on. Actually, I'm gonna sort. Let me see if I can let me see. I'm gonna do play next. Trying to see if I can orientate final countdown. Actually, got an extra song. Let's see. 4 songs from now. Well, I hit the final countdown. Nothing left in there. Got some left. All right. That's funny. I don't know if Steph has it in him to just all out lose. He's got great legs, and considering he does a lot of ITTs, he's definitely got a competitive nature. This is going in the direction that I'm thinking we're going in. This should be minimal effort, unless someone tries to jump off the. When you come down and you make the right off the express, what I'm calling the express, which is the long straightaway. So when you come down to the bottom of that, it goes up ever so slightly, down, up, right, down a little bit, up a little bit, and then left. And so if someone tries to push it there, then that's gonna speed up the group. It really should be pushing hard under the bridge. And then it's gonna be 1.5 kilometers of who can outlast, who's got what it takes to finish. It'll basically be a lead out train until then. No power ups. Actually, do we get a power up? Might get a power up, I don't know. All right, 20 seconds. Well, it looks like we get a power up at the Champs Art. So we get an arrow. We might be going the opposite direction of what I'm thinking, which would be fully understandable that I'm not correct. Oh, my legs. Okay. Also, we're ending up on the sprint. Even better. That means it's going to be super hard work all the way up. It's not timed correctly. I'm not going to hear final countdown. That's right. Oh God. Hey. Hey. Oh God. Oh my God. Wow, that hurt. Yeah, last kilometer, man, people were pushing so hard. Oh my God, my legs are cooked. That absolutely hurt. Oh my God. Oh my God. I should have kept the DT65 or just read the description better. Jesus. Does that hurt? Absolutely hurt. All right. That was fun. Oh my God. My leg. I was gonna do Medellin tomorrow, but I don't know, man. Oh boy, that hurt. Absolutely hurt. Oh man. All right. Thanks, Seth. 7:15 now. Oh my God. So, yeah, I doubt. Oh, mine should have probably stayed the same. Let's see. Haven't finished this one yet, but let's see. After stage 3, I was down to 536. So I definitely don't think I'm going up from there. My legs. Oh my God. All right. Let's close out the betting. For those who did bet, thank you for the engagement. Because that is what it's all about. For the algorithm. All right. So, close betting. Top 10 was my best. Great. Man, I'm sweaty. Love me. I'm gonna do it right. Let's see. Should have paid out. If you don't see it in there, I'll adjust it after. Oh my God. Let's get this off. Man, oh man, what a tough series. Good job, Darren, Steph. Anyone else who was in the Chinese today? Great racing. And no fun in A-pen, I bet. I bet. Because definitely riding with some of the A riders in this pen. And you can see that they are not for the faint of heart. Oh man. Let's see. Dude, I barely, that's funny. Barely got up over 800 for my sprint. This goes to show you how tired I am. Yeah, 15-second power is 754. Nope, so yeah. This was tough. Tough stage, tough series. Still fun though. Still very fun. Now, I'm going to go do a compression on my legs probably for a little bit and then finish up. We're so close to finishing all the housework. And so hopefully I'll be done this weekend. I'll be back in my normal pain cave. And for those who stuck around this long, thank you. Like I said, for anyone who did bet, kind of scroll through and see if I can find it. And I'll update the points after. So you have that in there. But those of you who stuck around, appreciate it. Hope you hit that like, subscribe, do all the good YouTube stuff. And I'll be back, hopefully next week, to do this all over again. So, cheers, have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed watching the tour, if you're paying attention to it. And I will be happy to not race France for a while. All right, guys, cheers. Have a great weekend. And see you next week on JD's race on Monday, because that's where I will be hanging out. Because I don't have a race that day, and I'm gonna get a little bit of rest on my legs. Cheers, guys. Catch you Monday.